Or is it dick cheese?
Dick cheese is crazy. No, this one's a good one to review actually. This one's a little bit more balanced. Okay, so I talked about this last night. We don't want to just let them have this for free, right? Like, this is kind of bad to just give them. Like, it doesn't matter if we hold these positions because most of that isn't cover, right? So we can barely poke at them. Yeah, we have a lot of cover ourselves, and yeah, we get some high ground, but like giving them this for free, it's going to be a really big pain to dislodge them, and we don't get a huge advantage. So if we're a little bit faster, we want to take this for ourselves, right? And just like poke them out, and then we get like, or we create some pressure, and then we let our Echo get this flank and get the Baptiste, right? Like that's our win condition here. Like, we want our DPS to be punishing rotates and stuff like that. But if we just give it to them for free, it becomes a very difficult thing to break into. You could have been punished for throwing that first punch and just immediately dying, by the way. This shield's really bad. Okay. So exactly what I just said happens. Your DPS take the off angle and get all the kills, right? So we pressure them out. So this is what you're looking to create. Your job is to create opportunities for your team. And if you get the opportunity to get aggressive and like look for a play, then yeah, you can do that as well. But your main goal is to like kind of just sustain, wait for your DPS to engage, pop Nemesis, and just walk on them, right? Like you're creating the openings for your team. If you see an opportunity, you just tell your team go, 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 right? Your tempo.
Yeah, I was also looking to punish more on rotates, like you said that. Like
yeah, so you have a really good tool for that, being your slow, right? So your slow is super good for that. You slow someone out, or Echo gets full stickies on them, they fucking explode and die.
I was mostly looking to pop it in the tab.
Yes, that's the target you want. I see you have watched the Flickies VOD. Okay, we have lamp advantage. Don't get too aggressive here, though. Because consider LOS, where your BAP is playing. Where is your BAP? Your BAP's walled now, right? So you have to consider this when you're, like, going in. I think you just probably poke at these guys, let your Echo create pressure on the flank. You're gonna just, like, their BAP is a choice, right? You either heal this guy, and focus on this, like, this fight happening here, or you can heal these two. If you focus these two, you're gonna force the BAP's attention away from the Echo flanking, right? And if they don't force their attention this way, these two just die. Or you force the May block and you get a cooldown advantage, blah, blah, blah. You get also healed by your BAP here because your BAP can see you. And then, like, your team can push up on this, like, Spinguard will just walk, and then this is just easier to kill. All right, so, like, this is, like, the thing. Like, you don't want to overextend here. Because what ends up happening is you go too far, you force Lamp on your own team, and now you guys are at a disadvantage, right? Because now your tempo is like slowly, like, instead of being like up here, it's like slowly going back down here, right? Because this is what happens when they use Lamp, you're up here. When you use Lamp, you're down here. You don't want that to be the case. And you never want to be fighting at that case. Okay. This ends up working out because of Flaky's taking that off angle and pressuring the top. But we did end up using the Lamp, which is exactly what I said. So we do want to be very conscientious about how we push this, right? My god, I think, does our BAP die? Yeah, our BAP dies for the cause. GG. Okay. You are playing very passive. I understand we just lost our BAP, but we can still play a little bit more farther forward and take, like, an aggressive angle. Like, why not just sit here and just poke? What are they going to do? Are they just going to run you down? You can just kite back, right? Like, you do have a Lucio still. Or actually, I guess your Lucio's getting BAP back. But even then, you can just play here, and your BAP can heal you, right? Like, you just start here, you just look for more pressure, you build this Annihilation, you're 75%, you can look to poke. I'm pretty sure Ram Primary Fire has no fall-off, right? You get as much poke as you can. What?
Has a fall-off now.
Yeah, so you just get this poke, you just try and build your ult as fast as possible, then you just kite back, you get healed up by your team, and then you can look to control this, right? Like, your team, you don't let them walk in here for free. Your team can still hold the high ground for pretty much free because you have an Echo Sojourn, and they can't walk on this without giving up this right side. And if they do give up this right side, your Echo Sojourn just escapes because they have mobility options, and now you control this right side, and then now you can poke them for free, right? Like, you have so many options here. Now you have ult advantage, you can look for windows, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So not starting here and applying pressure and then just kiting out when you need to, if you need to, which you might not even have to in the first place, I don't like it. I think you should always be looking to apply pressure, especially get that ult as fast as possible. Because if you can build this ult before they can walk in, it's huge. It's huge advantage, right? They have beat advantage. We have it. We already have window. So we have window advantage. We have DPS ult advantage, a huge DPS ult advantage. And we can get ram ult advantage just like super easy. The only one that we don't have is beat, because our Lucio is more focused on speeding you around, but we also won the fight, and we have window before they do. Right. So not pushing here and just like holding this space, slightly Giga Troll. Because like look at this position now, right? You don't need to be fighting on point. We already have the point. You need to just stuff them, right? Like you let this fight play out the exact way we just talked about beforehand. You let them not stay out of like this position. Your Echo looks for flank, applies stickies on this beautiful angle while you're drawing all the fire. You maybe get a lamp here, you get healing from your team, you pop Nemesis, you build your ult, you pop your ult, then you drop that, and then you pop another Nemesis. You're functionally immortal. Your Echo is looking to get the kills, your Sojourn is looking to take an off angle and look for kills with Rail, right? Like, this is how you should be approaching it. Okay, we have window advantage. Where's our window? This is good window, I think. Just be aware of not getting healed. Don't get too aggro.
Yeah, self-conscious about the Maywall.
Yep, that's something to be aware of. Okay, kite this. You can give point if you need. You're 65%, it doesn't matter. Okay. So this is a pretty heavy fight from both teams. Actually, it's really only their team. They pop Ram ult, they pop Beat, they pop Mail, they pop Window. We trade Window and Ram for 4 ults. We can just let this go. Like, this is whatever. Like, yeah, you pop your ult, but you trade it for 4. You can just push in. Like, you just poke a little for Beat next fight. Help your Lucio get that Beat faster. Your BAP doesn't heal. You have DPS ult advantage. You can just walk in with Beat overclock and then look for copy, right? Super free.
Yeah, something else I've been struggling with lately is trying to create like consistent fight plans. I circle that sometimes as well.
Yeah, I think I've tried to like kind of move away towards like one person creating a fight plan, since that never has worked for our team very consistently. I've sort of tried to like more lean into the idea of everyone should just know their role in the fight at the same time. I think one is not necessarily worse than the other. I think having a cohesive fight plan is probably the best. But I think our chances of doing that are pretty low. So, if you want to be trying to have better fight plans, then yeah, we can definitely look at that. But, like, just understanding, like, ultimates, right? Like, looking at how you approach this fight. Okay, well, we have 2 ults. Well, we had 2 ults. I think Spinguard tried to turn that. We have 3 ults versus their 1. We can match the overclock with Beat. And we can just pop Beat overclock, right? And just completely, like... So, this is the fight over time. They pop their overclock, they're up here. We pop Beat, then we pop our overclock, and now all of a sudden we're just winning like crazy. We have a huge snowball advantage. We get a single kill, like maybe we kill the Lucio. That snowballs even further, and like we just win the fight. We get 70%. Then we look for an early copy, and maybe we build window in that fight. And then we look for an early window, and then the game's just over, right? Like, super free. Understanding like the interactions between ults, and like this is why ult tracking is so fucking important, right? And like when I talk about ult tracking, it's not just, oh well, I want to know what they have going into the fight. It's how are we going to use this information? Like, okay, they have overclock. They just used 4 ults. We have 3 ults like to our we have 3 ults to our name. Why don't we just fucking hard aggro with like Beat overclock, right? What are they going to do? Overclock? Well, we have Beat. Okay, well, what if they kill our Sojourn by hitting every fucking headshot? Okay, well now we have copy. Right? And we're still in advantage because we're going to force every single cooldown. And they have no ults. And we still have copy. Right?
Yeah, stuff like that I'm trying to be more, like, aware of.
Mm-hmm.
I think
this is, like, the difference in game sense between, like, a low GM player and, like, a really, really good team GM player. Like someone who scrims, like, a lot with, like, a really good team. They're going to understand, like, this ebb and flow concept. They're going to really understand how to, like, play around ults. This is what you should be, like, aspiring to do.
This ends now.
Okay, this is exactly what's happening, right? They're popping OC. This is a troll OC. We just don't peek this ever. Spinguard should not be peeking this. He should just be waiting it out. He dies here. I remember what happens. He gets picked. Oh, did they slide on him? Is that what happens? Yeah, okay.
Recharging.
Did he have slide? Yeah.
Oh.
Nothing a quick repair won't fix.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
he should have
he
just been
didn't
trying
see
to
it.
kite out earlier when he heard the slide. He should not have stayed there that long. He gets speed boost from Lucio, just gets out. Then you have beat OC. Wait, what happened to his OC actually? When did he use this?
Is it like that much?
Oh, I remember. This was the one where we were like, oh, we can still turn this.
This ends.
I think it was a little fast to keep like out of.
I see the vision here. I think this was winnable if like he dupes the Ram. Actually, I don't hate this.
I think in like the moment that he went to reload, I think if he popped his E, maybe he would have had a little more.
No. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like I think
know
Flaky's
this
just
for
commits.
anyways.
Flaky's just commits ult here, kills the Ram, and then just kills the Mei with Lucio. And it's just like we just win the fight and we just get 70%. We just walk back to point and like we have beat advantage for their OC, right? So like I see the vision. I still think it's fine. I think Flaky's just needs to commit dupe here and kill this Ram. So yeah, I fuck with the vision. I see it. Where did you use your shield? Did you use your shield?
I used it top left when I saw
This
this.
ends now.
There.
Okay, well this is also a really bad shield, but that's like
Yeah.
whatever. I don't think it's ever worth putting it like in their face when you can just shield yourself, right? Like they can just walk past this. Most of the time they're just gonna like walk past or drop or just move to another angle. When you can just shield yourself, it's almost better. It's almost always better.
I like to use a lot of his Sigma shield in a way.
Dude, he's like so happy. He's like clapping. Like what the fuck? He's like, oh look at me, yay!
How do you see?
It's not Sigma Shield though, right? Because Sigma Shield you can drop and reposition. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, one. If we know they have OC and that's their only ult, we just should not stack. Like we need to build our we should not off angle. We should stack. We build our beat, then we push with beat OC. Well, we don't have OC. Okay, well we push with we can just like. Using OC might have been kind of troll actually. This is kind of tough actually, because if he had OC, this is Giga Troll, but like knowing that they have OC, I don't think he should have went here, but like he has to go somewhere to make a play. But we also don't have like beat OC, so we just have to get beat. And then after the beat, we only have copy, so it's like we need them to drop, and like he forces them down. But now it's a 4v5 anyway, so it's a disadvantage. This is a hard situation actually. This is one of the few times where I think we just reset and get out, right? Because like we still have beat, we still have our copy. They still don't have anything else. They're not even close to ults. We just say, okay, fuck this fight. We're just gonna reset. And then you just push top with beat and copy, right? Like, and you just dislodge them top,
Yeah.
or you dislodge them right side, and you just have 2 ult advantage. And then it's the same thing, right? Like they have no ults, you have ults, and it's just like, wee!
Yeah, we just win easy.
You just win. If your ults are used correctly, as long as one of them finds value.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Ramatra.
Okay, like now it's like, okay, we're pushing this because we see an advantage because they're off high ground, but like we're still 5v4 and I don't like it. We get their BAP. Okay, it works out, I think. I think. It does work out, right? Okay, cool. It ends up working out anyway.
My ultimate is not ready yet.
Zero the light.
Donawald.
Yeah, so okay, from now on, I should be holding to my right? Like in that room.
Actually, that was more situational, but I think here is fine as well. I think you just needed to play a little bit more aggressively, right? Like, if you know they want to keep stacking here, and they really do, then yeah, I think playing here is better. But if you can also like position here so you can pivot off of it, right? So if they go left and they try and take the high ground, you can pivot this way. If they go right and they try and take this, you can pivot this way and try and cut their rotation, slow their BAP, and look for an echo assassination while they're crossing this open space. Like, I think here is fine. I think if you know that every fight they want to go this way, in which case they do have a Mei, so yeah, probably they do want to take this every time, then yeah, you can start here. Right.
So it's just mostly situational in a way.
You have to make the judgment call. You have to look at their comp and be like, okay, well, where do they want to play, and how do I want to deny them from playing that so that we have advantage? Because what's your biggest advantage here?
We're able to cut off the rotates with flaky.
Are you on attack or defense?
We're technically defending here.
What's your
point.
biggest advantage?
Holding it.
What's your biggest advantage? Said this when we were doing the Blizzard World VOD. I know you were there for that one.
Angles.
No.
Damn it. Kill box?
Map control.
Oh, map control. Okay.
I've said this many a time in both Blizzard Worlds now because we still suck at it for some reason. We're scrimming Blizzard World tonight, by the way. What's your biggest advantage here? Map control. What do you use for map control? What can you do with map control? Well, we can set up a kill box. Okay, so when do we want to set up a kill box? When they're rotating. We control everything right now, right? Like they're coming back from spawn. They're basically stuffed in a choke. If we can slow their rotate, look for BAPs like stickies. One, we're either gonna force like BAP lamp or we're gonna kill someone. Either one is fine. Once we have that advantage, we get like it's so now instead of it being like this, where it's like okay, well, like this, whatever, we can just force a hard advantage, right? Just by playing for our defense, right? We want to be like, okay, well, we have map control, so we want to get aggro. We want to punish rotates. This is a rotation. How do we punish this? Well, we have ram slow, we have echo stickies, we have we're almost at a window. If we can build this window, then yeah, maybe we can punish their next rotation because they're not just going to sit in here. At some point, they have to come point, right? So we can be looking for that, right? Like we have to assess the situation. We're still in a massive ult advantage. They have no ults. We're pretty close to window. We can probably get the window before they get their ammo if we play it smart. Right? So we can snowball this like crazy if we just play it correctly. So knowing like, okay, well, I want to cut their rotate is a huge that's the fight plan in itself. That's all you need.
Okay.
Like we talk a lot about like, okay, well, we have 5 ults on board. They have 5 ults on board. This is how bing bang boom bop bip bap like back and forth, ping ponging ults here and there, right? But when this is just very simple, it's just a dry fight. It's like, okay, what's the simplest way for us to get an advantage? Cut their fucking rotate. Easy peasy. And then you just win. Okay, well this is Giga Troll.
Really weird one. I thought they were gonna push that.
Okay, so we just talked for like a minute about how using your slow to cut rotate is like your biggest advantage, and then you proceed to do that.
I noticed that.
Okay, your positioning is really bad. So you just gave them the entire map for free. Do you see this?
Yeah.
So that whole thing we just talked about with denying like space and like how you have map control, you're just like, nope, don't want it. I don't want it. You can have it. What's our advantage? We don't need it. Here, take it. We're just gonna make this harder for ourselves because we think we're better than you. What are you scared of? What are you scared of?
Maywall. That's
Maywall?
Kinda. Yep.
Okay. You didn't use form yet. You can just hold right click. Their team breaks the wall pretty fucking fast, and you're out scot-free. And then we have window. And then we just pop window. They have no May wall, and we just shred them, right? But
Yeah,
if you
I
wait
can see it.
longer, this May is going to build ult. And now they have a win condition, right? Like, we had a win condition at the start. Cut their rotate. Okay, well, we didn't do that. What's our next rotate? What's our next win condition? Okay, play for our space and deny them any space. Like we want to build our window, use it like just shred them as fast as possible before they get any ults online. Okay, well we didn't do that either. We didn't build our window in time. Now they have ram ult, they're close beat, they're close window, they're close May ult. Now what's our win condition? We don't have one anymore. We just wasted all of our advantages. Now they have 4 ults and we have 1. How do we win this? We don't. Unless everyone plays perfectly. Okay, I think you die. No, you don't. Yeah, heals you through window. No, you do die here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we lost this. How do we lose this? Okay, well we used window, but it was too late. You're already in disadvantage because you're popping Nemesis holding right click trying to walk out in a terrible position. So we have to use window to keep you alive. It doesn't work. You still die anyway. Now we're in disadvantage. Now they used Ram ult to kill you. They used Blizzard to kill you. Okay, but they have beat, they have window, and they're almost like they're 60 Soj. We're gonna get the Soj advantage, so we have that, so we can cross this out. But they still have beat window. Okay, well we used ours. We have beat, and we're close copy. Or we almost have beat, we are close copy. We have Ram ult. So yeah, we still have an advantage, but you see how they were able to turn that fight from like, okay, well we have an advantage at the start with window early, deny their choke, like deny their rotate, like cut their rotate off early, get some poke in, build a window, like punish rotate either here or like here as they're like coming around because they have to get the point somehow. Like they can't just sit in here all day and deny the window. So at some point they have to come point. And if we just wait and we just build our ults and just stop them from taking any space, what are they gonna fucking do, right? Like the minute we give them space, that's our other advantage gone, and now they have advantage. So that's how we lost that fight. This fight was pretty easy for us to win if done correctly.
Team kill.
Next fight's even worse.
No, next fight we win.
Oh, okay, yeah, my team wins, but
It's pretty bad, but
it's really bad if you look at it.
I remember. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see it now.
Bad. Should I have rotated out?
Will give you shelter.
Because I kind of just panicked and I just stood in the middle of a window for the 5 people.
So, what does their comp do better than yours?
Isolation.
No. I mean, yeah, actually they do. But what's the bigger advantage? Starts with a B. Ends with a roll.
Why can I not find the word?
Brawl.
Oh, brawl. Okay.
Starts with a B, ends with a roll.
I wonder what it could be.
I'm surprised you didn't pick up on that.
I don't know why.
So their comp is better with Brawl because they have a Mei, right? Our comp is better at Poke because we have an Echo. Where do you want to fight in that case? Do you want to fight inside the enclosed space? Or do you want to fight on point?
We would want to fight on point.
Point is much more open. If you force point, they have to come meet you, right? Because it's fucking objective-based game mode, last fight. If you force point, they have to come get you. They don't have a choice. So if you just wall, or you just shield this and just, like, play point, they're gonna have to commit to you. And then a window from this space is much less effective than a window than this space, right? Right?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
This is something that I should have, like, analyzed.
So this is comp analysis. This is knowing your matchups.
Yeah.
Knowing that they have a Mei, you don't want to play in the closed space. You want to just walk forward. Yeah, what if they wall this? Doesn't matter. We just have 4 people shooting it, right? You have Nemesis. You can survive this. You pop your form, you pop your Nemesis, then you pop your ult, and then you pop another Nemesis. We're gonna have this wall down in seconds, all right? Like very quickly. It's a fucking Mei wall. It's not impossible to break. It's not a 1600 HP Ryan shield or whatever, 1400, whatever. Who cares, right? Big difference. We can break this. We can't stop you from inting your brains out. There's a big difference there. So you run through window, you pop your Nemesis, and you immediately pop ult, negating all of your benefits of Nemesis, and they just shred you. But by doing so, you also kind of forced their 2 ults. So I guess it's technically worth it because you
These guys
force
just
2 for
hate
the
me,
price of
period.
1. I mean, yeah, but it's the correct play from them. You get a massive tempo advantage and you just push with beat if you still have it, right? But like you force their 2 advantages and now your team has 4 ults or 3 ults. So it's like, okay, I don't hate it. I think there was better ways to play this.
No, there's much better ways in
Yeah,
general.
like the
I
way
don't
we
think
just
it's a good.
talked about, but I
I
do
don't think it's a good
think
play.
that it wasn't the worst play you could have made.
I'd say it's just more like I just
What's
got
the
lucky.
worst play you could have made?
Just
Sitting up
into
here,
my
waiting for
breakthrough.
them to just get an advantage, and then dropping into a window, right? Like, that's the worst play you can make. I think all things considered, this is, like, Giga Int, but it gets value. What if they just didn't window this? What if they just didn't beat this, right? I don't think they needed the beat to kill you. Like, they have a lot of fucking damage in this room. I think they can just shred you with Lamp only. Lamp and Shift.
I don't think so.
I think
just
they
don't think
can,
so.
actually. I think they definitely can.
80% damage reduction is quite OP sometimes.
Yeah, but it's a 100% damage boost window.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, if you include window, yeah, it's Giga Troll.
Yeah. So they don't need the beat. They can beat late, or they can just hold on to the beat for ever so slightly longer, wait for the lamp to expire, then beat, and then push the rest of your team when you're dead, right? Now you're in huge disadvantage. Because you're not going to get the beat in time. And now your teams might just fall over dead. So,
Yeah, well, this is a
definitely
so-called
risky.
quote-unquote free
I
game.
don't like it. It could have been worse. That being said, don't do it again.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Ramatra.
It's okay. Our ults end up just being better.
Suffer as I have.
Now.
Dude, when Echo says suffer as I have, it gets me kind of bricked up, I'm not gonna lie.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
I didn't say anything.
Honestly, you know what? You're right.
You see the vision, right?
I see the vision. Technically, she could do it to anybody.
Exactly, right? Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Plan to win.
Wait, oh, there's
Where's what?
their IDC.
Oh, I see.
No, my stats.
They weren't that good, let's be real.
Alright, here's this annoying ass Oasis.
Okay, this is actually something that I'm glad we chose this map because I wanted to talk about this in depth. Who keeps fucking whispering me, dog? Can you shut the hell up? Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway. Yeah, dropping here is fine. Okay, once again, understanding what we control and how our comp is better than theirs. Our comp is better at poke. Their comp is better at brawl. We control high ground. They can't brawl us. Now what do we do?
Can we repeat?
So, let me do this. Let's look at it from top down. Our comp is better at poke. Their comp is better at brawl, right? I'm going to count the Sombra as a brawl hero. She really is at this point. How does our, like, and we have map control, right? We have high ground. How do we get an advantage here?
We just keep looking to Pokemon at Baptiste or anybody looks to rotate. We look for the
Flakies.
punish. Oh, well.
Flaky's job is to get an assassination. This is our opening. If he doesn't do that, well, we're kind of fucked, right? But that's his job. So his job is to go mark the Baptiste and be a nuisance. Hopefully he gets the kill. If not, but if he lives, it's fine. We just try again in a few seconds when they don't have lamp or shift or whatever, right? But do you want to walk in on this? Ever? No.
And guess what? That happened.
Guess what you do multiple times. So why don't we want to walk in on this? Well, one, what are they gonna do to us?
They can't do anything.
They can't do shit, right? Like they're fucked if we just get this high ground and just hold it. They have to rotate across the entire map to come contest us. And at that point, we just fucking kite and we flip map, and now we still win. right? It's just a cat and mouse game of who can punish the rotates better. And we have a fucking Echo who is really good at that. And we have a Sojourn for slow and her disrupt their shot. And we have you for an actual slow, right? So our comp is significantly better at this. So, that being said, don't ever push this. You're walking into closed space into an Orisa Sombra. You are going to die. You are going to be punished for this. So instead, fuck it. Ignore them. Wait. Right? Like, we just wait until it's 4v5 and then we push. And then we take angles on them. And then now what are they doing? They're surrounded. They just fucking die. They don't have a shield. They don't have beat yet. They're 18%. They just fucking die, right? So we let Flakies be the playmaker here. This is his job to get and make a play. Then the rest of our team follows up on that.
Spin me back.
Who cares? You just live, right? Like, you're not gonna die. You just wait. Your job is just to wait. Once you have an advantage, in this case, it's not your job to create it. It's Flakies', right? Then you can push. Either Spingar is gonna hit a massive fucking rail somehow and just kill Bap, whatever, or fucking Flakies is gonna hit the stickies and he's gonna get the kill, or he's gonna force lamp or whatever, and then we're gonna get an advantage, and then we're gonna slowly start snowballing them, right? But, like, we have point control. Kind of. They also kind of have point control. It's like split down the middle, right? But our side is better for our comp. Their side is better for their comp. We don't want to push into their space. We want to either let them try and push us and make a mistake, or we want to let Flakies be the playmaker and punish them for just being inactive here, right? This is our goal. Once we have done that, then we can start working as a team, right? Then we start pushing as a team. Maybe our BAP goes up here and starts looking to shoot you in here and heal you. Our Sojourn takes an off angle with Flakies or whatever, and you guys look to punish, or our Sojourn and Lucia take an off angle together. That's when you start getting aggressive. But until then, your job is just wait. I mean, like, they don't have point, right? Who cares if this goes like 25 minutes? Who cares? It's over. It's not like we have point control. It's not like they have point control. So we just wait for them to make a mistake. We wait for them to fuck up. And we just play patiently. Because they can't really punish us. We don't have a lot of mistakes to make. Right? Do you see the vision?
Yeah. So, TLDR, in this comp, it would be
Patience.
more so Flakies and... Yeah, besides Okay, so my job in this comp is just patience, just sustain.
Wait for an opening. You're not creating one here. This is just your job to wait. If you try and create an opening, you're fucking dead. If you wait for your DPS to create an opening, now you have an actual advantage that you can push off of. Yo.
I want to peek the VOD.
Okay. This is what I talk about when I'm always saying top down, right? Because, like, look at how our map control is different from theirs, right? Like, they're playing in this closed space. We have a lot more open space. Our comp is better at open space, so we don't want to push into this. Why would we want to do that, right? Like, we want to poke them. We can just, like, maybe you can shield this off and we can kill the Orisa or force her out and then cap point, right? So the Orisa makes the mistake, and now we force lamp. So now this is where we get our biggest advantage. Flakies dies because we didn't lamp him. We should have lamped him. But... well. Now we have point. Once again, what happens if we're all on high ground? They don't have ults, and we just sit here and just wait. What is Overwatch? What is Overwatch? Objective-based game? So what happens if we just sit on the objective and we just let it go to 99%?
We win.
Yeah, I mean, we can just force this to 99-0 in, like, the first fight. Isn't that, like, stupid based on how our comps interact? So that being said, why are you pushing?
I saw lamp was down. I thought I can get a kill with the BAP.
Is it better to take that risk or just force the point to 99%? Because you can
force the point to 99.
You can easily just stall this for 10 years, right? Like, you agree with me that their comp can't do shit to you on high ground? And if they try and push you on the high ground, you guys just rotate and you just take the fight then when you have angles and you punish the rotate?
Yeah.
So the way that your comp plays with this poke is that you don't want to brawl them. You're not a brawl comp. You want to just wait for them to make mistakes, and they made a lot of mistakes here. Their Orisa forced their lamp. Their Orisa overstayed their welcome. Then you guys cap the point, which is your huge. It's a huge advantage. So if you just play this correctly, you just get 99-0. Maybe maybe you punish them, whatever, and then you just win, right? Or they punish you somehow. They get like a huge EMP. They kill everyone. Now it's 0-99, and you just take one more fight and you just win. Instead, you decide to play in traffic.
Well, I got booped into traffic.
Alright, so what you could have easily turned into like 99% is like 25%. Okay, you already forced the Orisa backwards. What your team wants to do here is they want to walk top and just control this high ground.
Yeah, I was waiting for my teammates to go top.
So now you can be looking to punish the Lucio because he's kind of out of position, right? So you want to walk in, you want to throw your slow on the Lucio and hope that your team can follow up, right? Because Spinkar has a nice angle here. He's got 100 rail. He's got a nice deep angle.
Now.
You just get shredded.
Could have played that. Go back real quick. I'm trying to think how I could have played that better.
You get hacked, and we use lamp defensively to try and overpeak this window into the overclock, but you get hacked and just shredded. It's a hard call to make. And is Yai even healing you here? No.
No, but I think it also just came down to mechanics in that fight. I think if I got the kill on the Lucio, maybe this is less punches on the
So, I mean, it's 50-50, right? Like, Yai decided to gamble and make a play here, which I don't actually mind, but in the process, you're gonna die for it. It just depends if Yai can kill 5, right? And it doesn't work out this time. So the play doesn't end up working. Not entirely on you for that one.
Okay, real quick. Okay, in this comp, the reason I went with Spinger when it was an off angling is because I feel like Spinger off camp angles with like Orisa Sombra, he's just gonna get shredded. Like,
Is it your job to stand with him?
Not really, no.
So why are you doing it?
Just paranoia, I guess.
The voices.
Actually,
I mean, you literally just
Yeah,
answered your own question, right? Like, you're just like, oh, well, I shouldn't be here. So why are you here?
yeah.
Okay, it kind of works, though, because you force out the Sojourn. EMP! Yeah!
I love 3 second cooldown, 3 second ability.
You see how we haven't won a fight because they just take brawls and we can't compete with that? I'd ult this. Maybe not anymore. Sure. Okay, now... Okay, now we flipped point. It's ours again. Same thing applies. We hold high ground. We don't let them take high ground ever. We look to punish them. We wait for them to make a mistake. And we win the game. That's all we need to do. Who is pinging me?
Greetings.
Enemy radar contact. Not so fast.
Popped out mid-game. Love to see it. Okay, this is good. That's a good, I mean, that's a good slow. See, now, because now we punish it. Look, beautiful. That's exactly what we should be doing. That's perfectly well played. Now what do you do?
Now I can look to play a little more aggro. There's no bad.
Don't push in this way. You can just stop them from going anywhere here, right? Like you can let your BAP take this control here, and you stuff them in here. This angle, if you push in this way, you're fucked. All right, your BAP has to drop low ground, and your BAP really doesn't want to do that into Sojourn Sombra. So you need to not go this way. You need to go this way. Is that what you do?
Actually.
Or do you just int this? Okay, you recognize this. Thank God. Okay, now we default back to high ground and we just own the map. And we just don't let them do anything. We just keep looking to punish these rotates. It's good so far. It's last fight. Okay, and now this is where the problem comes in. They have EMP. This is where we fuck up really badly. So, now that they have EMP, we need to split like crazy. Flakies needs to take an off angle. Spingar can stay up here with Geo. You need to not play within their range, and Yai needs to stay up here. They can only EMP one of our cores, right? And like we have four split people. They can only pick one.
And
they end up picking you, but you're out of LOS.
No, I called it.
You need to stay right here, to be honest. Like, let Spingar Flakies take this side. Let Spingar Geo take this side. Let Flakies do whatever the fuck he wants on these off angles, right? Control this space. Even stack with Yai if he really wants. I don't care. Just something. But you need to stay here. Control this space. Keep poking this. Keep poking this from here. But most importantly, you need to be in your BAP's LOS. If you go out of your BAP's LOS, you are fucked. And that's exactly what happens. If we watch this from top down. Okay, aggro window. This is fine. I don't mind it. Look at how your position evolves over time.
Adapt to
Do you see the problem here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is not a good angle for your BAP. This is not a good place for you to be playing. What if you were playing here?
3.
Just better for us, right? And then you can look for, like, you can kite the window, or you can force them into a bad position, and then we can look to punish.
This ends now.
Realistically, what we wanted to do is we wanted to just draw this fight out as long as possible, right? You have Ramel, we use window, we can build beat, we have echo copy at the start, and we want to build the Sojourn ult, right? If we trade EMP and window and Sojourn ult for that, like, I mean, we're like, it's just even, right? Pretty much just dead across the board. Except our ults are just better because we have better positioning and we want to control the point, and they have to sit in here to get their best positioning. If they walk in, we can punish them really hard. So our ults are just better if we use them correctly. So we need to not stack, we need to bait the EMP, we need to play correctly, and then this is just the most free point of all time. Like, this really can be a very easy win for you guys. You probably could have gotten 99-0 if you had just played it correctly in the first place, but if you had done it correctly the second time when you did control the point, it's not that hard to win. I actually think you guys can, like, get pretty good at, like, into this comp specifically. If anyone ever plays, like, these low ground brawl comps and never try to push you off high ground, you can just stall them for fucking 10 years. There is nothing they can do. There's just nothing. Okay, well, what if they build EMP? Okay, well, we have a fucking beat. We have a lamp. We have a shift. Okay, well, what if they use overclock? We have angles, right? We can just hide and cover. We have a lot of angles. Okay, well, what if they use a Rissel? What are they fucking reaching? What if they beat? Okay, well, who cares? They can't reach us. What if they window? Who cares? We have angles, right? Like, it's so brain dead. This comp is so easy to match.
Yeah, I see it.
So this really could have been an easy win. But it's very hard for you guys to, like, recognize what your win condition is. And in this case, your win condition is just patience and letting Flakies be the playmaker. NT.
Stupid bum ass Orisa. I hate that stupid character.
I agree. Fuck that character. But, like, them playing Orisa on this map is Giga Troll if you play around it. Okay. Okay, this one is going to be a little harder because they have easy control of high ground, right? Like, you really need to mash them here because your comp is better for high ground and you don't want to give it up to them. The shield's fine, but it's a little too far back. I think you could have pushed a little bit more aggressively with it. You might have to drop soon.
Yeah, I was about to drop. I had to drop a little bit earlier.
That's fine. As long as your team controls high ground. Oh, that's kind of control. As long as your team controls high ground, you're fine, right? Like you're gonna live down here into an Orisa because it's a fucking Orisa. She can't like one shot you. It's not a hog or something, right? As long as you're just chilling down here and your team just controls this space, you just win, right? Like this fight's already over. You kill the Lucio. All your job is just to survive. Into these Orisa comps, like with Ram specifically, yes, you have Ram, who's considered a brawl character these days, but he's also considered a poke character to an extent. And you can just wait for your DPS to make plays and like be the playmakers, and it's pretty strong. Like Flakeys gets the early kill, and you just win this fight off of it, right?
It's called the tempo tank.
Yes.
I hate that. I hate that word.
It's actually kind of growing on me.
No, what the fuck? I hate that word. He's a tempo tank, guys.
I mean, the way that he's playing in this meta right now is very tempo heavy, though. So it's like I'm slowly starting to kind of like be like, okay, well, they were on to something. Do I think they knew any of this when they fucking designed the character? No. Not at all. Good slow.
Duplicating Sombra.
Okay, your team forces the Sombra out. Okay, I want you guys to hard push with Flakies here. Because you can build an EMP and just insta-kill them, right? Now that you have a pick, it's even better. Just keep walking. Even better slow, right? Really good. You get the kill off that. Lucio diff! Lucio diff!
At least he did an Ajax. That's all that matters.
Low bar. Okay, this is fine. I don't mind you stuffing in here because they want to take this, right? So you want to just like force them to just waste time, and then like you can back up and you can throw the slow and you can let Flakeys play for something. Ideally, Flakeys plays up here and he just like glides down, looks for sticky on their rotate, and then just flies out when he's in danger. But yeah, I don't mind just poking in here and just stopping them from like walking because like what are they gonna do, right? You also have ult. It's gonna be hard for them to push into you. Don't push that. Okay. Tapped out. Cool.
That's okay. Speaker kills them. They really help that.
Okay. So it kind of looks like your team got carried here, right? Or like you got carried here by your team, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how it should look, though, right? Because you want your DPS to be making plays. You want to just enable that just by, like, denying them and helping them punish their rotates.
Yeah, my job on tank, especially in organized play, is just set up plays for my DPS mostly, you know? Not
always, but in this comp it is. Sometimes you are the playmaker. It's just, this is not one of those times. We win the first fight because Flakeys gets a kill and we just snowballed them the rest of the map. Like, you could have done this last map. You really could have. Solo ultibap, get racist.
Oh, no, I sold somebody even better.
Sombra.
Fuck that Sombra.
A little racist.
I was so tired of that Sombra.
So, I think you have a better understanding of what your role is now.
Yeah, I have a much better understanding now.
Okay, that's good. That's all we really need to do then. Like, fight planning, we'll work on that more in the future, probably tonight. But as long as you kind of just get the gist of, like, how do I play this comp specifically? How do I let my team, like, and this, oh, by the way, this completely changes if you have a Mei instead of an Echo. This completely changes.
Okay, so what would it be instead if I had a Mei then?
Now you're a brawl tank again.
Okay.
Now it's more standard brawl. But if you have an Echo, you're more playing for the poke, right? Like you're not really playing as much for the
yeah, you're not playing for the brawl.
So this can completely change depending on your comp, right? So you need to keep that in mind. I'm not telling you this is like, oh well, we have Ramatra, this is always how we should play. Like no, If you have a Mei
Yeah.
and you have a Ramatra and you have a Lucio and you have a Bap and you have a Sojourn, you're not gonna want to be so passive. You're really gonna want to like press your advantage as hard
You
as
want to be
possible.
more aggro.
You definitely want to be more aggro. But when you have the Echo and you're playing kind of like poke, it's very reminiscent of double shield in the way that you need the other team to fuck up. Yeah, I know double
Yeah.
shield's cringe, but it's like whatever. You need them to fuck up, and then you punish them in the macro, not the micro. All right, that's it's like that. So knowing this, don't go into every map with Ramatra thinking, okay, well, I'm just gonna sit back and let my DPS do all the work, because that's not always gonna be the case. It's really not.
Yeah.
This was
all just
very
based on what
specific
you
to
played.
this situation where they're on a brawl comp. You control high ground very easily, and you don't want to push into their control, right? Like this, it's very specific. But you can now use this situation to recognize, like, okay, well, this is how I want to do this, right? In the future, if you run into this scenario again, a lot of teams will just match you. By the way, they'll just match Ram because
Yeah,
Ram is pretty good. Running Orisa is just kind of Giga Troll into what you were playing, especially if you're not trying to take high ground.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you're not thinking of this as like set rules, because that will really fuck up your play.
All right, now I'm gonna play Ramatra like Sigma.
Actually, you probably could have played Sigma as well and just done the same thing. It's very similar play style.
Maybe it would have been more beneficial.
Maybe it actually would have been better because of Sigil being
Yeah,
better than
actually.
Ramel. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think
Yeah, I
it
could've
might
picked-
have been. And you have the repositional shield. It's probably better to play Sigma in these kind of comps, but it still works with
I
Ram.
was also thinking about Orisa when I was during scrims. I don't know if like Orisa also could have worked a little bit better.
If you want your team on Echo, no. Because like the way that we're playing it is like we're waiting, we're poking, we're okay. Ram might actually be better than Sigma now that I think about it on that map because of the range, right? Sigma has limited range.
Yeah.
It's sort of like 50-50. I can see the
50.
value in both.
Then again, like I don't think Ramatra range is like it's I'd say like where you'd poke as Ramatra, you could also poke with Sigma easily.
Not if you're on high ground up the top there and helping your team. But if you're dropping to point, and then yeah, I get it.
If
but, like,
anything, too, Sigma could have been a little bit easier to deal with. If I played Sigma, it would have been a little bit easier to deal with the Sombra as well.
the Sombra was not the problem. It was you overextending into their kill boxes and just like
Yeah, I thought it
camping.
was off.
No, it
But
just
still,
feels like
like,
the Sombra because they're the ones punishing you, but it was not really the Sombra. It was just you overextending. Yeah, like the EMP gets you fucked at the end, but like that's not the EMP. That's just you inting, right? Like,
Yeah. I blame the game.
I blame my tank not understanding the matchup. You know, like in Smash, do you play Smash?
Yeah, I play Smash.
You know how like
Used
in
to.
Smash, like you have to learn matchups specifically.
Oh shit, I remember.
Yeah, that's matchup specific.
I don't know, but like in Smash Bros, I play Ganondorf and I just fuck matchups. It's just oh yeah.
Okay, well that changes everything. All right, that's the end of the VOD.